hookup locked down. Snoop was ready to claim the corner and find her crew.
So when you got things in your track record, pistol whip, murder somebody, that allows you to be the bar. You put everything they good about the operation go.
Hey, my God. Yeah, look on it. Yeah, the hoodie that give people the bread. And yeah, the money. The money man is to stay far away from the hip. Take the police come and grab the hoodie, you don't have the money. I went from 20 grams of heroin to 50 grams to 100 grams. And it just keeps growing from there.
It used to be a team round, that's what they call it. You get the real run to bring the war and everybody's focused.
Like, right now, it's just all around like, easy. I'm talking about things. Like, jam. It's so enough. Like, because, you know, out of the board, and then I'm going there, and then I'm, oh, you know, we got all some money right here. And we like, hey, and we always like,
The money was coming from the streets, and I think that's why Mama didn't willingly take things from Snoop.
I know it was wrong, but shit, they sold it to my mother and it almost killed me. Why the fuck would I care? I was gonna be the next Elder Blind. That's how I was thinking back then. Within months of her return to the game, Snoop was stacking 20 bands a day, flinging heroin pills on the streets of Baltimore. And she was balling out. So wild, baby, I'm hot.
You would go to the strip club, throw money, and then drive to DC, and then go drink champagne.
She always had money. Always had a lot of money.
I was spending my money on dumb shit. Going to the strip club, throwing 10,000 up, and just be on the top.
Snoop's relationships with women, how can I say it? They were a lot.
Paying bitches rents, moving bitches in, getting titties done, getting bitches' bodies done. I know a couple doctors out here y'all need no hookup.
She
She
shut up.
definitely had a reputation. And she was having fun.
Snoop felt like she was living in a gangster's paradise until one night in 2004, at age 23, when she met an actor who happened to be working in town. Club 1 in Baltimore. I was in there one night. This man keep looking at me. He got a scar on his face. He looked intimidated. I said, so the fuck does he keep looking at me for? So after that, Michael K. Williams came over and introduced himself to me. He's like, I don't mean no harm, but are you a girl or a boy? I was like, listen, nigga, I don't play none of that shit. I love bitches, pussy, don't play with me. He was like, nah, man, I like this swag. He was like, if they ain't a play on the wire, I never even watched the wire. Bitch, while y'all was in the house watching the wire, I was outside hustling. In 2004, The Wire was filming its third season. The show shined a harsh light on society, politics, and crime in Snoop's hometown.
Michael K. Williams came up to me and David Simon and said, hey, Ed, you gotta meet this person.
The next day he called me. He was like, man, come up here. I was sitting there talking in his trailer. The people had gave me a script. They was trying to see how I sound.
I said, Felicia, would you like to try to do something with us? I said, here's the deal. We can put you in. You'll be another gangster girl. We'll start from there and see where it goes. And she said, yeah.
Merry
I was a
Christmas.
professional hustler, so why I can't be a professional actress?
I just was like, yo,
Thanks,
that might be a good
Ellen.
opportunity for her to get out the
Hello, everybody.
That day came, the first time she needed to show up.
Happy holidays.
And I got a call. And it was from Felicia. I said, what's up? She said, I didn't know the car was stolen. I said, what? She said, I'm up in New York. And they stopped it for a stolen car. But I wasn't driving. I didn't know it was stolen. And it's going to take me a little while to work this out, but am I done?
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I came straight from the street to see.
I'm just gonna keep on doing it.
On my Oh. And so I called Ed,
Aw,
and I was like, I'm not going to
that
make
was sweet.
it. I'm done. Y'all picking me off. I said, you just out. Let me know when you try it again. I had a 1 million chance. And I thought I ruined that shit already.
It'll build up one day. I'm in no rush.
At age 23, Snoop had been given the
I
chance of a
appreciate your
lifetime.
support, though.
But the set of a TV show was a whole nother trip.
There's so many vices. I'm not used to so many vices in one thing unless I'm in truck. But I was so nervous at the camera right here, camera right here, camera right here. I'm so jumping time, being an actor. That's a witness group. So they start telling me, you shoot when money will go up.
She had the line to take time, but she made the most of the opportunity she had.
Snoop played a cold-blooded young lieutenant in drug kingpin Marlowe's crew.
Right back at you,
As
Queen.
long as he was born to play.
When I met you, I was shooting the wild. I just felt a vibe. I was like, oh shit, that ain't no act, man. That's really her. And I felt the joy. And we just clicked from that day forward.
Thanks for stopping by.
She took the whole purpose. And then we passed it.
Every day connect me back to my innocence and my feelings. In the streets, you can't have no feelings. You gotta have it hard. You barely can have it face.
You didn't really play a factor. You played cute.
I knew what you meant. That's why I said right back at you. I knew it wasn't Luke.
I ate that motherfucker so well. They put my whole name up. At least it's in the thing. My real name.
You stayed close to the assassination. You can see it.
Sometimes they have some dialogue for me. I be like, yo, nobody in Baltimore talk like that. That's too far. You know what I mean? That's not realistic.
She would just come up and tell me, we don't say it that way. And I would be shift coordinator and say, we don't say it that way. She seen it as an opportunity, but I like how the streets is bringing in the money.
Snoop was hyped for her new TV line. Look up on the corner. She was still the boss. And she wasn't about to quit her day job.
I used to keep the wires right here in my truck. Get me in my hole, a block right here, like a block away. That's how close to me. Don't be afraid. I used to have lunch break with the wire and come down here. Yo, what's up? Give my money.
So what I want to know is how do you know that I'm on live? Did it just come up on the screen? Or does it come up on the screen only because you subscribe to my channel?
Now she was living a double life, running dope on both sides of the camera. At this point, the streets made her over 100K a week. And a speaking role on the wire, I'm a street dog. It was just a couple $100 a day.
You always had that reality. People didn't fully realize who she was once we said cut and she went home. But
Okay.
I'm sure that's a
Okay.
wild idea. She would love the street life. Some people get
So Evelyn, do you follow a lot of nail channels? Cause you're not subscribed to me, are you? Or are you?
200 grams, I got dance stuff every day. I gotta go hunt this person down and get my money. Soon as lunch break comes,
Right, new fear unlocked. Right.
check me in the block.
you take the kid out the hood, they take the head out the kid. She had to know.
Oh, cause you're already subscribed to me. That's why.
Before she got everything done.
What's new fear unlocked? What's that?
That's the one, right? I felt bad about it, man. Back then, the wires gave me $100. I was mad as shit about that little $100. This shit we on a daily bitch.
It said new fear unlocked. That's what the other person said, but I don't know what that means.
She called on fast on the wire, and soon her talent was undeniable.
Everybody saying I'm not doing it.
I know my drill loud.
Everybody needs to shut the fuck up.
I don't know.
I knew that I never had to worry about anything feeling.
They are gonna be mostly nude. Like a pink nude.
Her being with this truth.
difficult to draw fierceness.
Not too many colors this time.
If you had it down pat. You don't go through nothing, you don't know nothing. It was all her. We just set the thing up, do some dialogue out there, and let it go. Living a good, well, living a clean, I want that life for myself and for my family. I started with school because Mama was so happy that I was going to see you better. I wasn't in trouble. I was doing something good in my life.
By the time she was leaving the Wire wrapped in 2004, Snoop's talent was too large to ignore. But so was her drug hustle.
The riot was me. See, I felt good. I felt a little bad because all these people over here doing the right thing, and I'm over here doing the wild shit.
The producers of The
This the
Wire
wrong way to
had
do
learned
nails.
of her activities in the evening
Okay,
hours.
what I'm supposed to do?
I thought
No, I'm saying about myself.
Oh,
You're not supposed to be picking off somebody else's glue with your own fingernails. That's crazy. That's so unprofessional. That's so unprofessional. You see me using my nail to get the glue off of her nail? That's so unprofessional. Don't do that.
Something that you can see yourself
Don't do that.
continuously doing.
That's wrong.
We have to cut positively.
I knew she was in the game, but my hope was for her to take this opportunity and pursue it. Because she
Are you doing your toenails? Okay. What you doing to your toenails?
was in my trailer, and I'm just
That's what you're doing right now?
and I'm like,
You're not doing it right now, but you about to do your toenails.
Then I got my phone ringing, people calling me to get some more grand.
It's so unprofessional.
Life-changing decisions. And watching all these people telling me do the right thing. But just keep calling, and I got this. Which one you in shit?
No, I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about myself.
I will have to give one up.
No.
If I choose Hollywood,
No, you said you was doing your feet. I'm doing a green background with like lots of colors for the on. Oh, you doing Christmas nails?
I prayed about
Okay. That's nice.
I want to flip it.
You could do a snowflake on one of them.
I always felt like don't touch everybody.
Do a little Christmas tree on one of them.
When people said it when I saw, I believed it. You saw how it was.
Christmas tree easy to draw. Paint. Yeah, you.
It's so easy for me to rewrite. I like to rewrite it.
Evelyn.
That's the script. I was picking up the script.
If you wanted to make them festive looking.
Straight into the sunshine.
That little Christmas light design is easy too.
Ain't no good scene. Snoop, don't be seen up.
Well, thanks for watching. Yeah, it's easy. Do it. But how am I gonna see it? You gonna take a picture of it so I can see it?
You saw the confidence. She was in her element. She was applying all of the shit that she learned the seasons before that. Nailed that shit. No pun intended.
Which idea you gonna use? Which one you using?
You know, I'm not going to sprint it, but when I seen that, I said, yeah, sure, you can do this.
Okay.
I call myself an actress right there.
So I'm just gonna take this down a little bit more.
When Felicia was
A little bit
26,
more.
Snoop's transformation
And
from
then
hood
put
star to
some more pink
Hollywood
up
star
on
was
there.
paying off.
It gave me 50,000.
So it's gonna be loud.
That's one check. One episode.
Hold on.
That's it. Easy.
Please take a blind person not to say you see, don't do it, secret. And then even Kim says you're the most qualified female character to get a screen on TV. You are
say buckle your seatbelt. Hey, Adrian. Hey y'all, can you like my live, please?
People to look at her like, oh, they think she's better.
Give me a like.
She thinks she Hollywood now.
Do it for the holidays. Give me a like.
Because I knew where I was going to leave.
She wasn't
You
trying
might
to
as well,
control me.
since you're
She
here.
just ain't want me in the streets.
Appreciate
I ain't
that.
listen to her. And that might be my biggest regret ever.
By season 5 in
Oh, I got it already.
2007, at age 27, Snoop was pulling 80K per episode. She was a full-on rags to riches success, but she was headed for a crossroad.
You get the script a week before.
I'm reading through it, and I finally get to that page, and I read it, and I'm like, nah, they're gonna have me kill Snoop. My heart drops.
I knew from season 4, as a character, it was best for her to get killed.
Snoop character knew her time was coming. At the same time, I'm kind of emotional.
We get on set, and we're going through the scene. Can you look at me one last time? We want to go.
I'm a head look, man.
You look good, girl.
She was pissed.
She was kind of wrestling with using the show and what the show actually meant to her.
It just was another hurdle to overcome. I had to pick myself off the floor and start auditioning again.
It was 2008, and Snoop was 28 and suddenly unemployed. After prison, she's falling back into the streets. Would this time be different?
Even when we was on the wire, people was telling me, yo, you got this role, but this shit ain't easy, man. I have to grind.
You need to drop an actor, something to the right that she may not really want to do and shit like that.
After the wire, I had a reality show on the table, auditions, and rapping.
I told you.
It's very rough.
Yeah, you did say rapping. I'm like, no, not rapping.
The roles that come enough.
But she ain't make it being no rapper.
Snoop graduated and kept grinding it out. She couldn't even carve out a space in the creative community.
Evelyn, are you still in here?
At age 31, she handled roles in TV and film, shot rap videos, and had even written a successful memoir. But she still refused to turn back on her ride or die for her no-feeling days.
When I left the game, Sean, he was outside, he was home. He was living with me, he ain't bringing me in. He just living with me.
Snoop is very loyal, even when some people don't agree.
John called me, talking. He said he coming in, and I said, bro, bring me some Uwe. Uwe is marijuana.
Is that what
But
the
Sean
ooey
wasn't
is?
the only one who heard Snoop's request.
That is not what the
The
ooey was,
FBI
but
was
that's what she
listening,
said it was.
phones tapped, and that's how I got caught up in a conspiracy.
With wiretap cases, it can be an innocuous conversation that gets you looped in just because you called that person's phone.
Now they got the wire on the wire.
Sean and his drug crew were the target of a major sting operation, including another one of Snoop's friends named Rashawn. And now Snoop was caught up. And the feds were watching her crib, hoping to catch a slip up.
It was 5 o'clock in the morning. Rashawn come to my block, my hood. He calls me on a curb. Keep calling me. Now, I'm worried. What's going on? He say to me, oh, they got my family wrapped up in the house. They was trying to rob him. They kicked Rashawn's door in and tied his family up.
And he asked him for like 20,000-30,000.
He didn't have no money.
You can't
So
move
his
it.
family was held hostage. And he came to my house because I'm the only one that had some money around this bitch. I only had 3,500. I mean, I'm feeling so bad. Like, I'm nervous. I'm scared for them. So I threw him
Dang. What the fuck I put in the
$3,500
trash?
out the window just so he can get the fuck away from my house. I was just praying that everything was going to be all right.
When she did that, the feds heard that. When they went to Snoop House to get the money, the feds was outside, like in the area waiting.
I should have known I was ready to be in some trouble.
They
Oh,
was
I
about to
messed
pull her
up.
into the case and charge her.
I don't even know what I just did. How I did that.
And she was then taken
Ah.
into custody.
Hey from Nigeria.
It's
Hey
the
Bolton.
feds and the state arguing about who's going to bring me downstairs.
Okay.
Me not
I messed
knowing,
up.
the news people walk right downstairs.
I didn't mean to
They
do
just
that.
wanted to make it more than what it was.
Thanks for stopping
In
by,
2011,
Bolton.
Snoop was back on TV for the worst possible reason.
I know you don't want to see no
They said
nails,
Sean was the head in the drug empire.
but I appreciate the support. Anyway,
Sometimes experienced law enforcement officers, they'll make that leap of faith and say, ooh,
oh, it's morning and good morning.
for heroin. When you have a sick kind of loyalty to people that aren't ready to grow with you, then you got to watch that person because that person definitely do not have your best interest at heart.
I don't blame Sean at all. Stop. I love the shit out of him.
Local and federal police had teamed up to take down Sean's drug organization, making dozens of arrests all over Baltimore.
You know, Joe,
Did you like it? Did you like the video? Like my live?
Serious drug organization. 60 people. That's a lot of people.
My charges was money laundering. They called my house the money house because I throw the money outside. This arrest right here, it hurting my family because I wasn't selling no drugs or nothing.
The police just said, oh, we got Snoop. Ain't no way in the world we're taking this fish off the hook and throwing it back.
She was like, damn, can I go down back down this road again when I was doing good? But yeah, like I said,
The pressure came from that means I gotta kick all this money out for lawyers. I had to pay my down. I had to do I didn't do that for this time. I really didn't.
The good thing about community, the discussion of black folks.
Whenever you have a story like that, you always need a bad guy.
Them charges.
This one real long.
I know.
Snoop found herself again sitting in Baltimore City Jail. She'd gone full circle in a way she never imagined. Now her whole future was on the line.
It was a bullshit charge that I'm locked up for. You said it's the money house, but you didn't find no money in my house when y'all raided my house.
A lot of people tried to blame Snoop for the conspiracy that they were charged with.
They didn't care about her. The state didn't believe in her because she had people trying to roll over on her. I had to take a plea deal because motherfuckers was already copping out before me. I was worried I wasn't going to ever come home again. I had no choice but to take a plea.
Snoop got a 7-year suspended sentence and 3 years of probation. She'd almost lost everything. Now she had to dig deep to move forward.
The lesson I learned from this incident was the streets don't love nobody.
She's honest about how hard things were and when she made mistakes. And she's also honest about how she had to change her mind about certain shit.
I started thinking about all of the shit that I have pumped in my community. That shit is poison. It wasn't right. I felt remorseful. How can you be mad at your mother when you do it to somebody else?
Today at 45, Snoop's using the hustle and charisma that took her to the top of the drug game to be a force in Hollywood and an agent for change in the world.
I got a lot going on. You know, I just did a joint with Mark Wahlberg. I did Blue Bloods with Donnie Wahlberg. People say they work with both Wahlberg brothers. You know, this older Snoop is more settled, more mature, more business savvy, just living a better life. Now that Baltimore is legal with grass, that's what I do. This my new Easy track, my new product. At the Stoner table, this my man grew this for me. Nobody can beat my prices or my weed, man.
She's doing positive things and having people like and respect her. And a whole
I didn't even know they legalized it in Baltimore.
This is my legal hustle now.
But I guess so.
Yeah.
That's the only trouble they was having so much of, so I guess so.
Mama did a hell of a job. She's still looking down on me now. And she knows that I'm doing the right thing. I owe my career to God first. And then Mike King Williams. And that's why I try to give outside people that don't even know me hope. I give faith. I give hope. This journey has helped me really move myself into innocent peace.
Everyone dubbed me the Michelangelo of Barack injection. I ran a dynasty of blood. I was the absolute mastermind.
He gave you the body that you wanted.
You're seeing a big time celebrity giving these enhancements. It's like, oh, I want it, I'm winning. Everyone had their assets.
I just wanted more, so I kept going back.
The business boom.
You used to get tired from counting the money.
I was definitely practicing medicine without a license. It was a scam. I was literally walking around with half a buck.
She was buying industrial grade silicone.
That was like a gift tip right there. She dropped everything to do this thing. That's what they wanted to crucify her.
I call it.
Stop what you're doing. Stop it. And she died. I made $20 million in the silicone game, but murder was the case that they gave me. It was February 7th, 2011. I was 41 years old, sweating bullets, standing over my client at the Hampton Inn. By that point, I had made over $20 million doing silicone injections on the black market. The girls were willing to pay anything to be blessed by the matter. And with that came a jolt. She's got a fever, complaining of chest pains, all the signs that the silicone has entered her bloodstream. I got the call. She was dead. I just fell to my knees. I'm the one that's going to be caught holding this needle. Oh my God. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A vibrant black community with a thriving beauty industry where there's an obsession with being plumped. But striving for perfection comes at a cost. Even for Padge Victoria Winslow, A self-made woman who would one day inject black market beauty to die for.
I was born in 1969 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I was born Forrest Leon Gordon. My parents had 5 children. I was their firstborn male child, but I was anything but. When my sister Sherry was born, my mom said, well,
She said she was a
and you're a boy. That's when I knew something was woefully wrong.
Something within me knew that Paige just was not an ordinary boy.
My parents didn't know what to do. I just wasn't what they wanted. Most of the time, my mom would leave me with my dad in order to give me more exposure to what males were supposed to be doing. She would say, oh, I left the fag at home with his father. And that kind of crushed me. It used to bring tears to my eyes to talk about it, but I've got to toughen up now.
I bet it did.
She was being bullied a lot because she was different.
My dad taught me how to defend myself, so I started carrying a screwdriver in my book bag. Growing up, I became very shy, very introverted. I felt imprisoned in this body. It was a profound sense of loneliness.
Tell he was gonna be gay.
Singing
You
music.
said you could tell?
Yeah,
Paige
I could tell them kids gonna be
come
gay.
out of a shell. It was like an
Sometimes you can
escape.
see it.
We were a very musical
No, because I
family.
got a whole bunch of
When
gay
I was
friends,
13 years old,
I could
I
tell
formed a
them.
group called Special Guests with my siblings because I wanted to become a star.
We would perform and get on stage, and my dad was proud of us. He's proud of Paige. That was the only time it was a bond.
I found that being on stage, I could exhibit who I was deep down inside without really raising any attention. Oh, I'm getting earrings because I want to be a rock star or something like that. Living at home with my parents, I tried to be this boy that they wanted me to be, but that wasn't happening.
How you try to be a boy?
On my
That seems
22nd
hard
birthday, I remember
to
my
try to
mom
be a
asked me,
boy.
what did I want for my birthday? And I gave my mom this picture of this girl in the back of the city paper. My mom said, what do you want, a prostitute for your birthday? And I said, no, Mom, I want a sex change for my birthday. My mom clutched pearls and like, oh. My dad did not take very well to that. I remember him saying, I'd rather see you dead. I felt very abandoned. It was heartbreaking, but my father's words gave me the strength to prove him wrong, to be opposite of what he assumed that I would be.
Not feeling accepted by the world around you as a black trans woman in the early 90s was psychologically difficult. If you don't get that level of connection and love from your parents, it's hard to internalize it for yourself. That's a lonely, painful feeling.
I was just like, look at him.
I left that day, and I
They
chose
know
to
that
make
they
a
had
life
to
for
know that was
myself.
gonna be a.
I mean, looking like that.
No, he was
That's a
even smaller.
dramatized.
I pawned all my music equipment. I used the money to get my first apartment and to start my transition.
In 1991, at 22 years old, Paige Victoria gave up a music scholarship to pursue her transition. The first step in seeking gender-affirming care would be hormone therapy.
Being a budding young trans girl and on my own, I saw other trans girls, and that gave me the idea that this is really possible. So I was getting hormone shots, and I could feel the femininity coming out of me, but things got pretty hard. I ended up eating rotten potatoes and beans as I figured things out. And then one day, as I was sitting in the doctor's office, looking at her write this prescription, and that's when it came to me. If I take that prescription, write everything out, make copies of it, I could sell the hormones to the girls that are clamoring for this stuff.
There was no way for trans people of color, street walking girls, had any access to any doctors that would be willing to do it. Hormones were the elixir of life.
I took that original prescription and realized that this was working after passing them off at the pharmacy. And then I initially told my friends, and they told friends. However, I did do my rounds at the clubs downtown. I took these prescriptions all over town. And I was like, you want to buy hormones? I got them. You can buy them off of me. Once I got that prescription pad, I was making copies after copies, and the doctor was selling them for $110. I was selling them for $50. And $50 back then was like magic.
She single-handedly raised all of the fat girls in Philadelphia.
And just like that, I was in the hormone business. And the business boomed.
In 1991, the hormone hustle put a fast $5,000 in Padgett's pocket over a couple of months. But soon after, foot traffic at her apartment was raising eyebrows.
One of my neighbors reported to the landlord there was possibly a prostitution ring going on in my apartment. The landlord threatened to bring the police in if I didn't vacate in 5 days. So I figured, if you're going to accuse me of running a brothel, I'll give you a brothel, all right? So I placed an ad in the Philadelphia City paper for distinguishing gentlemen seeking transsexual encounters. I knew girls that were doing this sort of sex work, so it was like, I'll give them a safe space. The next day, I had 52 messages from these men who wanted to book girls. I made $5,000 that night. And I'm officially in the escort business.
Pat Victoria quickly roped in escorts from her hormone hustle and her social life in the Philly ballroom scene.
When I first heard about the escort business, I definitely wanted in because at the time I was street walking. And it was just always very scary. Working with Paige is a far cry from doing $40 on the street inside of a car.
I started recruiting girls to work out of my apartment in prime real estate. I would put ads in hotel magazines where elites would stay. I handled calls myself. I would book 5 to 6 suites at a hotel where I would come in and make the rounds to collect the money. At the time, it was $250 for a session. I was the absolute mastermind, and with that came a lot of coins, ka-ching.
She opened up a brand new source of income and changed all of our trajectory.
I had changed the game. Philadelphia was on fire for the first trans escort service. After learning the business, I quickly upped my prices. The base amount would be about $700. The girls would get to keep half. I absolutely cornered the market. Everyone knew about Madam. Very quickly, my life went from the minimal to making $25,000 to $40,000 a week.
Oh my God, I just need to make some more money. I need to make some more money.
Pat Victoria was not above taking advantage of her workers.
I ran a dynasty of flesh. My talent on the phone was comparative to none. I could charge a client $6,000, $7,000. And as long as I felt like that girl agreed to that $600, I would give her her money. Here you go, honey. And I would have the fries.
She absolutely was envied. She's driving a Mercedes-Benz in her early 20s.
6 months after the successful launch of my escort business, I spent money on gender-affirming care in order to live comfortably in my skin as the woman that I felt I was going to be. In 1993, I was 23 years old when I went to New York with my friend to get my first silicone injections to sculpt my body.
Silicone is not approved for any body contouring by the FDA. Getting these silicone injections, they weren't being done by surgeons. They were being done by people pretending to be surgeons. Typically, people would lie and say, oh, I work for a surgeon, or I'm a nurse.
I first heard about the New York nurse doing backdoor silicone injections from the ballroom scene. I was pretty gung-ho. We just jumped in with both feet.
I had the silicone injections in my hips. It was like fire going under my skin.
We had absolutely no fears. They could have said they had fairy dust that would turn us into a girl, and we would have went to Timbuktu and swam.
You know, after Paige transition, my dad would not call Paige by the name she wanted. My mom, after a while, she wound up accepting it. She was there for us, no matter what.
Over the next 5 years, Patch Victoria received over 30 black market injections, all while still raking in millions as a madam.
Thanks for
A
watching.
simple twist of fate planted a seed.
I was 28 years old, and by this time, silicone became all the rage in the trans community. The New York nurse pulled me aside one day. She said, I want to teach you this in case you don't want to be this madam anymore. She knew that her time was ticking and she wanted to pass on her trade. But the problem with the silicone fillers is they were very dangerous. Despite the risk, the New York nurse taught me the techniques. She gave me her connection to the top grade silicone and taught me the anatomy of the buttocks and how to avoid veins. Now that I have this knowledge, I need to try this out. I had a few escorts that were willing, and I experimented building the bodies and really figuring the whole thing out.
When I got off the table and looked in the mirror, like, oh my God, my ass is big. I got a bigger butt. I just wanted more, so I kept going back.
I seen miraculous results. I took those results and showed everybody else.
Back in '97, I considered doing these silicone injections on a grand scale. However, I had been running my escort service quite successfully by this time, so there was no need to venture off. If it wasn't broken, don't fix it.
By the time Patch Victoria was 32 years old in 2001, she had pulled in $9 million working as a madam for a decade. And she was living like royalty.
I spent my money on designer clothing, Versace, Coco Chanel, Ferragamo, Louis Vuitton, the Jaguars, the Mercedes, the Rolls Royce, traveling abroad, Thailand, Paris, oh God, Paris.
I don't believe that our family knew how much money was Paige actually bringing in.
However, it became inevitable that they were going to figure out, where is she getting all this money from? My mom knew what was going on because I would take her around with me collecting my money. It wasn't judgment for my mother because she benefited from it financially. So it was just what it was.
It
Hey,
would take
Becky.
heartbreak to finally bring Patch Victoria's father back in the fold.
By 2003, I was 33 years old, and I was just teary-eyed over a man.
Happy
a
holidays.
womanizer,
Thank you so
and
much.
I remember just wanting to go home and be with my parents. So I showed up on my doorstep. My father opened the door, and
I didn't even know you
consoled
actually
me. That was my one
seen me
time
over
I
here.
truly felt like his firstborn daughter.
Oh, but you sure did say you would. Aw.
6 months after reconciling with her father, Patch Victoria's dad passed away suddenly at 49.
Thank you, thank you.
Once my dad died,
Right back
I
at
just
you,
wanted
babe.
to get back to the innocence that I had lost during my reign as a madam. I was sick of the smut, sick of the clients. I was definitely sick of the vulgarity.
At the same time, people all over the city were just running after me, complimenting me on my violet. And these two girls chased me down the streets, and they were just in awe. They were strippers. That's when I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna put y'all on to what's up.
They gave her their numbers and said, please give her our number.
She wound up charging them double what we would even be paying.
It'll take you to come from all the way
And then
across
it hit me.
town
Pumping would
to
now
come
be
over
my way
here
out
and
of the
tap the
sex
screen
trade
for me.
good.
Ain't
I
that
would be
something?
making millions. It was definitely a win-win.
Nobody that was on this side of town was doing it. And you come all the way from over there.
I had become sick of the escort business, and I had made the decision to go full throttle in doing silicone injections.
I really
could be making
appreciate
much more
that.
money than I ever did, supplying a service where I can help women. That was something I could be proud of.
With the silicone in hand, in the spring of 2007, at 37 years old, Madam set up shop in a hotel room and scheduled 2 female exotic dancers as her first paying clients.
So you love.
Working on these women.
I believe
was
that.
nervous. I had done transsexuals, and now these were cisgender females, but a body's a body, so. The New York nurse taught me to make sure you're not in a vein, near a vein, or near the vein. You don't want this stuff to get in the bloodstream. I was definitely practicing.
Oh, you showed up to make me feel
license,
special on
but
today.
I got comfortable enough to know what I was doing.
The strippers were extremely happy. They were making more money. Their bodies were looking way more bodacious.
I saw those first 2 clients every 2 weeks. I had silicone, which I could put 1 liter per cycle back, and I was charging them $1,900 a session. They were so elated how I transformed their body. One of them would ask if I would mind her posting the before and afters on a few blogs. With that, I would never be ready for the next few days. There was absolutely no coming back.
We were entering into the Make It Rain era.
People wanted bigger booties.
Any type of rap coming out of Atlanta always speak about a girl being shaped a certain way. They made it popular, which is why we wanted to be shaped like that.
Everyone had their aspect style. It was the Nicki Minaj's.
Everybody wants a big butt. Everybody's showing their injections,
Thanks,
and it's the thing to do.
You're seeing a big time celebrity getting these enhancements. That's how we start finding out about it.
And so it went from trans to stripper culture. Those stripper girls, they had their bodies done. They had those silicone injections.
People believe that these black market procedures are safe because of what they hear.
Everybody else has it. Everybody else is alive. Nicki Minaj is fine, right?
A handful of girls were getting their butts done here in Philadelphia, and I watched their money go from nothing to something.
After one of the girls had posted me on the blogs, she called me up a few days later and said she had some girls from Atlanta that wanted to fly in. I did the math, and that's when I knew I was done in the game. And Philly's black market beauty craze was boiling. I could make $50,000 in 5 hours. Let's go.
In 2008, word was spreading in Philly that there was one go-to injector with the best deals in town.
As the strippers' bodies started to look better, they brought more and more girls in because Paige would give discounts.
I think I was so good at it because I was obsessed with the woman's body
Hey,
and how
Evelyn.
it should look. So I was helping women feel confident, powerful, like someone once done for me.
She gave you the body that you wanted.
My satisfied clients were walking billboards. Word of mouth spread like wildfire. Everyone dubbed me the Michelangelo of body sculpting and buttock injections.
By the spring of 2008, this supposed Michelangelo was making up to $10,000 each session, injecting 10 clients a day and bringing in $300,000 a month. And to keep up with the demand, she enlisted tricks of the trade without understanding the dangers that came with them.
The woman who had trained me, she gave me a connect.
I don't know. Actually, I'm just filling it in with pink and making it more pink instead of the earth tone nude that I had on here. And doing her nails on a giving her a more nude look.
The woman who trained me also showed me how to make hydrogel, which is
I usually do her like some pretty colors, but today we're doing more nude.
To emulsify the silicone with the saline solution. It created air for a less permanent plump.
Simple, kind of simple looking.
Injecting air and silicone as a surgeon, I would say that is like a death cocktail right there.
I don't know, girl.
It was 2008. I was 38.
You tell me what you think I should do.
My first
Tell me
year
that,
as a silicone
and
injector,
I might
had my
use that
culture
as inspirational, some kind of idea.
I had modestly
But these gonna be
made
pretty
about
much
$3
kind of
million.
plain. This color
Money
is the star of the show.
I would service about 10 to 12 clients, paying anywhere from 5 to 10K.
Yep.
Gallon after gallon,
Definitely
I was
some
going through
gems.
tankers of silicone. I was making like close to 100K a night.
She made so much money that we used to get tired from counting the money.
I wanted to lavish my mother and my family. I enjoyed spending and sharing the wealth. I spent money on business ideas, record labels, property, and I had spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on gender-affirming surgeries. I felt very complete when I finally crossed over.
I think you should do like a diamond shape and then a little dots of little crystals on the bottom.
At the height of my hustle,
Oh, my
I
diamond
was very
shape.
comfortable in my new body. However, there was a longing
Like a
for my
diamond
dreams
shape,
of fulfilling my
like a
music
triangle
dreams.
French.
That summer of 2008, Paige Victoria
He's
was
talking like a
living her
triangle
best
French.
life when she met a pair of new clients online.
I had met Stephanie Matos and Melissa Lisette. They wanted butt injections. And after I did the session, a few days later, Stephanie Matos was trying
something
to
like that.
throw mud on my name by saying that I had made Melissa sick.
With Lizette in 2008, when she came home, she had high fever and then she was admitted to the hospital.
Silicone entering the bloodstream is one of the most feared complications of these injections. There is a very real risk that you can lose your life.
She was in a coma and hospitalized for 3 months. She was very lucky because they were able to save her life. Mentos got on the blog saying, look what she did to my friend, this is wrong.
So I knew that I became a target. And with that, I had to watch out.
Paige the Pumper went deeper underground and began using the alias Body by Lillian. However, the buzz around the game had new players trying to blow up her spot.
We received a tip from somebody
Yeah, it's just home. I'm not in no salon.
with a butt injection. And there's this woman going around Philadelphia, and you should go investigate her.
I'll show you later.
It was not easy to find her. And we kept seeing in these forums, she's absolutely the best. We're posing undercover, but it's hard to get in.
One day I had got an interesting message from a potential
No,
client,
it ain't
and
no
she
living.
emailed me with regards to planning an appointment. I knew something smelled totally
It could be.
For some reason, she was going to take a chance. We dropped
It's mine.
everything to do this sting.
It's
We
what I
wanted to warn
do.
the public. I wanted to catch her. I wanted to expose her. Ultimately, I wanted her to stop. I couldn't believe
Not at all.
women were
I'm not
putting
even
themselves
celebrating
at risk.
Christmas.
I wanted to confront her.
Are you excited for Christmas? I wasn't even actually trying to talk about Christmas because I know a lot of people. Some people are sad for Christmas. Some people are excited for Christmas. So I was just trying not to even talk about Christmas. You know, the holidays make some people sad.
Way out of town in another state.
I felt so angry. She played us.
Hey, Bella.
What I didn't know at the time was that Luann was a media broadcaster.
Hey, lazy girl.
Who was trying to expose me.
We tried to rebook with Lillian, but never heard.
No, I never said I didn't never like Christmas.
We would have shut her down.
I like Christmas music.
Our community.
And I like Christmas movies.
On my tail, and not to mention law enforcement potentially. And I
love Christmas lights.
Of doing it big.
I love all the things Christmas except for spending the money on Christmas.
Or call it quits. And I wasn't about to give up the money, so I definitely had to change up the game.
And how sad we get if we can't actually afford Christmas. That's so crazy that we go so deep.
The punk queen of Philly took her needles
It ain't even that
deeper
serious.
underground.
Like Mariah Carey, right? I love a lot of Christmas music.
I slither in and book a few days, make like $300K, and just bounce right off the gate. I would take everything off of the site and just basically go radio silent.
You can't even play no music on a live.
Be intelligent.
Like this music that's playing right now, probably wrong as I don't know what.
Every phone number she had were
Yep.
burner phones. No one could ever contact her.
I got
She
2
contacted
children.
you always with a blocked number.
Teenagers. I got big ones. I don't have no little ones.
Law enforcement to track me.
If I had little ones, I probably had Christmas lights up and everything.
Paige Victoria, aka Lillian, began vetting liaisons who could be out in front, courting new clients.
Stressing out about buying a gift.
The strip club girls.
Like back in the day.
Social, like housewife girls. So I figured I'd be able to get through the internet. And when
But
I
nope.
explored it, I kept hearing about this Lillian who dated a couple people. And I heard good
You
things.
got any kids?
Between prayers and manifesting, putting a big ass on my vision board, she emails me.
How old are you, Evelyn?
And I was like, ooh, this is the Lillian. When I met her at the hotel,
She told me she was a nurse.
If I am going to lie, I would say I'm a doctor, not a nurse.
She literally showed up in scrubs the first time I met her. Literally in scrubs.
I sculpted her body to a masterpiece.
I loved it. I felt like I had gold. I got addicted and I wanted more. And that's when I started telling people, and they got injected.
Shafay Wilson was out there as a promoter, recruiting dancers saying, you can get enhanced, look at my body, I will hook this up.
So many girls begged me, offering $1,000 here, $1,000 there, because I got the contact, I got the connect.
So after those dormant periods, I would reemerge, sweep in, and make $1 million, and then shut it all back down again.
As Victoria wanted more than money, she wanted stardom. By 2010, the millions she was making with injections had become a means to an end.
Them girls was making that money.
Oh, wow.
Sticking needles in people's butts.
So I fully immersed
They used to call it
myself
fix a flat.
into making goth-inspired rap music as the recording artist Black Madam.
She wanted to be a popular girl, and she wanted to be like a pop star rapper.
I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars filming my Phenomena music video. But I didn't spend all my money on pursuing music. I started putting a lot of the money in safety deposit boxes, and I also had 3 offshore bank accounts. I moved money all around the planet. But when I would disappear, the blogs would explode with girls wanting to find me. And that's when Shafay would seize the opportunity.
Thanks, Bella.
But then it all fell apart.
Acting as a self-appointed middleman, Shafay got wind that a couple of aspiring hip-hop dancers from the UK wanted to be hooked up.
Claudia and her bestie contacted me, and we built a rapport. It was like, no problem, cuz. And that's how it happened.
In 2011, I was 41 years old. I had received a call from Shafay. She said her cousins from London wanted to be blessed by the madam.
She's like, as long as you know her. And I was like, yeah, I didn't know her.
So they made the journey from the UK and they booked a room at the Hampton Inn.
William starts to inject her. And she's screaming. And there was never the moment when she jerked.
And with that came a jolt.
After that, I knew something was wrong. Claudia gets up. She's not herself. She comes up to chest pain. And I'm like, yo, what? The chest is not supposed to be hurting.
And I said, well, Claudia, we need to call 911. She said, no, I'm fine.
Her chest pains were
Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for coming in. Can you tap the screen? Can you like the live for me, please?
Didn't feel right. So I kind of
Happy holidays. Can you like the live for me?
my next appointment waiting. So I said,
I'm calling 911.
Before you leave?
when I got home that night, I lit some candles, I said a few prayers, and I went to bed. But as soon as I opened my eyes, I called Shafay and asked, how's Claudia?
And was like, is she okay? And I'm like, no, stop what you're doing. Stop it. And she died.
Don't tell me that. I dropped the phone. I just fell to my knees. I'm the one that's going to be caught holding this needle. Oh my God. After I got over the initial shock, my first thoughts were, I gotta get rid of this shit. Get rid of the syringes, dump the silicone. They could possibly send me to jail for the rest of my life.
Our Uniform Patrol Division met with medical staff who were unsure of the cause of death. But there was a witness there, Claudia's friend. We learned Lillian claimed she was a nurse who provided these injections.
Do I go and run? Do I hide? Do I turn myself in? I knew it was just a matter of time before they came after me.
Hey, babe.
Within the first 8 hours,
Yeah.
the media is filled up
Just,
with
I'm in the
wording of
nail.
it.
Yeah. I mean, my girl house. She doing my nails. Yeah, I'm alright. I ain't made, I ain't made it home because I came here. But I don't see nowhere else I would be able to get it done. You know.
I'm like, if I could put this all together, cops are gonna be coming to this house.
We knocked on her door.
Nope.
She explained that she was the intermediary since she didn't know Lillian's real name, but she also knew her as the Black Madam.
Claudia's dead. It's hitting the news. They were painting me to be a monster.
She's known as the Black
That's my
Madam,
daughter.
and now Philadelphia police would like to talk to her.
Yes, E.
Doctor tonight on the
You sure?
Hey, what you doing?
Get my nails did. Why, what's up?
When
You sure?
opened up the door, I said, "Did you hear the news about the girl out by the airport?"
I'm gonna go meet a day show. And you'll get
She
this
was like,
Thursday.
"I did not want
Who?
to."
A Daisha.
And that's when she was like, "You're not going anywhere. You're going to stay."
And you
right
finna
here."
get what?
You'll get this Thursday.
As Black Madam hid out at her sister's
Oh.
place.
Well, all you needed was Sarah, so you could have made your own tea.
For clues.
From the Google search of Black Madam, we found a video called
Oh, I don't know. So somebody gate.
We not in Miami, so I want to know when we go get some Thursday.
Somebody gate.
They were showing up the videographer's house
I don't know.
to identify
They Thursday might be their kids. I don't know. They
who Lillian actually was.
Police track wins low.
So you finna drink Cersei?
Police
I
are
drink
raiding the
Thursday
apartment
tea
now.
all the time.
Oh no.
Over the next few weeks, the media.
You mean it's the how that be, Isha? What that do to you? Clean you out?
He cleans you out.
And where you getting it from?
From
My
a
mother
day show.
seemed to be heartbroken.
Mom,
She
you
didn't
never
want to see
had
me in that
Thursday?
situation.
No, I only had the one that Mama used to make for me, and I ain't like that. It was
I
nasty.
didn't want to do music.
It's bad, but it works.
I was
Yeah.
going to be punished by
You
God.
eat liver.
That's when
What happened?
I
You
need
eat
to.
liver, don't you?
Yep.
Okay.
I had made
But
That's
$20
disgusting.
liver has a nice taste to it.
You was a lie. You was a lie.
That's a lie.
You
Let me tell you something. I will eat liver before I take Cersei. I'm sorry.
Well, Mom, you done aloe water before, right?
Yeah. Did you cut the cabbage up for me?
No, I did not. You just cut right now.
As long as it's done tonight, because I want to start early in the morning. Early in the morning.
From February to
Oh,
July
okay. Well, then I'll have it cut.
2011,
You're gonna start early in the morning. Yeah, I'll have it cut for you.
Yeah. Cause I got to come in. I gotta do my peel some potatoes.
Yeah, I just got a sweet in my before, but I always have to cook the potatoes. Do that.
Cause I just want to do everything tonight, and I don't want to put my the meat in the seasoning and just let it till in the morning.
How long you been getting your nails done?
I got here like 5 something, almost 6 o'clock.
By February 2012, storm clouds over Claudia's death had passed.
Oh, Isha, you know what? You on my wait a minute. You on my lady's live with me talking. It don't matter. You sure? Oh. No, she say it don't matter. No, she doing my nails, but she's showing them. Like she doing a session.
For real, what's her name?
What is it? Mia? No. No.
Just make arrangements to get me the money.
Not like that.
I'm not on it. I'm not actually on that channel.
I know, but what's her page name?
Nail by Mia.
Nails by Mia.
Is that Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
Instagram. Follow her.
It's Nail, Nailed.
Nails. LED. By Mia.
By Mia.
On Instagram, it's gonna be one Nail by Mia. Number one.
Nail one or the one first?
Number one, yeah.
Number one. Nails by Mia.
Oh,
you see it?
Okay, I got it.
Why everybody nails so long? Oh, that's right. That's how like everybody nails are not so long. And when she started mine's over next month.
2 weeks later,
Uh,
Sherry called. She said, hey, you can
okay,
use
yeah, I
that
like her short nails. That long stuff is just so ghetto.
absolutely, I got you.
Shira was able to convince us the date
They
was
are
going
cute,
set.
but your nails is just
You
handsome.
see my nails on there?
Because some of the product
Your
had
nails
leaked
too
out.
long, girl.
So we decided to give her a refill.
Yeah, but cause you know, cause my nails actually glowed out, Isha. But I'm gonna start them over.
Oh no, these are her nails are fire.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Her nails
She
very
said,
fire.
"Oh, thank you."
She overlaid.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't no damn old lady.
Oh, she said I do overlays or
What
am
you
I an old
said?
lady?
Overlay? That what you said?
Do overlays,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, she do. Cause what you think
Mm-hmm.
I got, Isha?
Mama, girl,
She had took my stuff off. I told you that.
let me stop before I get too ratchet. I like these. Those are real, real pretty.
Why is it men in suits with guns at my door?
She says, oh my God, it's the police.
This is her with the dread.
Yes.
Okay, girl, praise the Lord
She got
Jesus.
dreads. So.
Fuck that.
They kicked the door in.
Okay.
Get down, everybody get down.
And
This is what I like to meet. Turn it on. Ooh, now you like that.
This is the first time your daughter seeing my stuff. You ain't show your daughter my stuff before.
Girl, she wasn't looking for the damn. She wasn't letting nail son. She worked from home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
y'all
she
work
put
from
on
home.
press on and she clicked them off because
Okay.
she got child please.
What happened, Mom? What happened?
No, she said the first time I told you, I had you look up her stuff. I told her what it is. She work from home, child. She work on the computer. But now you don't do that much on the computers no more, right, Isha?
No, I'm sitting here writing it now.
Yeah, so
I just
now
got
she
to
can.
sit and busy all day and went to sleep in my chair. Took a nap.
He kept going. So that doesn't stop you.
Oh,
I need a
God.
job like that.
I broke my heart.
I don't know what will take that 30 to do it, except for green.
Yeah, I got to get some short nails.
So it's twice to the devil's pie.
Real short. Real short. I like it. Oh, I like it.
She needs to be brought to full federal law when she killed Claudia. The fact that a second person on the side will almost tantamount to having a serial killer.
I was facing 35 to 70 years in prison. Being processed in the penal system as a transgender girl, I didn't have a penis. So they put me
I like
in
Mama,
mental
well, girl,
prison.
you go ahead. I don't feel like going nowhere, girl. I'm about to lay down in my bed.
I thought you was gonna get your feet did.
On February 17th,
Tonight?
2015.
I put the phone out there Friday.
Oh, okay. Maybe you did. I don't know, girl.
Yeah, I could have swear. Oh, girl, let me tell you something. This cold whooping me, okay? I don't want to go nowhere.
Oh, yeah. You need to do whatever so nobody want to catch no cold.
I've been taking Theraflu and drinking Epsom for all day long.
But are you getting under the cover and covering up while you
Mama, I
take?
get under the cover, get covered up, and I have my heat on.
Okay, girl.
You don't come in my room and say it's very toasty in here because it is. It's very toasty.
Okay, girl.
And I'm drinking orange juice too. Now it's like it formed into a dry cough. It's no new, it's just dry. It's hurting my throat too. But take us, nail lady. I'm gonna have to come here and get my nails done. It's got to be real short. Well, she put this girl with the pink tooth on her face. Look at her tooth.
Well.
All right, Mama. I'll talk to you later, girlfriend. I'll see you when you get to the house.
Okay, girl.
All right, thanks.
And even to have it removed, you'll be disfigured, permanently disfigured. I don't know if the silicone fluid to my heart and my lungs and a heart attack. I may need to get an amputation. I've destroyed my body. I'm completely a shell of who I used to be. I know for a fact I'm a chicken combo. I'm probably gonna get cancer and die one day. That's the sad part.
In 2015, I was 46 years old, and I had been found guilty of murder in the third degree.
I was the first one to secure a murder conviction for theft caused by suicide.
I had been sentenced to 10 to 20 years.
I was devastated. When that verdict came in, I was upset that possibly 20 years of my sister's life would be gone, but I was happy that it wasn't a 70.
In June of 2015, Pag Victoria Winslow began serving her sentence at FBI Muncie Prison for Women. While serving my time, most of all, I thought about Claudia's death.
I hurt your finger.
I did a lot of
when you
a little bit around the end.
Yeah.
I realized that I definitely had no authority to do what I did. And if I hadn't gone down that path, Claudia would be alive today.
I think people make bad decisions, and what you did was wrong and cost someone their life. But when you think about the story of Black men, I think it's important to develop a sense of empathy. There's good and bad in all of us. And so if you care about Black people, right, and you care about all Black people, I think it's important to reduce the judgment, connect with the love, because there's something good to pull from everybody's story.
February the 28th, 2022, Matt was released from prison at 62 years old. I'm going to start life over again. And now Black Matter is free. Just as I was jail, 10 years, I was sent to the recording studio in my jailhouse ground.
Straight from the jailhouse to the recording house, honey. I paid the price. Now give me back my life, baby.
And I recorded my first single, Bougie Bitch.
Okay now.
I continue.
Can't take the bougie out the bitch, she
She
said.
did give up her scholarship.
For that?
That's what she had it for music.
Infamous by Black Matter. My intention moving forward is to definitely stay away from getting humping and to continue my never-ending dreams of making music my reality.
That's what she had.
Today,
That's what she wanted to do.
Page Victoria Winslow
She should have did in the first
but
place.
black market injections are still killing women and doing permanent
Get about the black
damage.
market injections.
Now that I know better, I intend to do better. So I have my stop-the-pill campaign, STP, because I do want to spread the narrative to never, ever, ever get those injections. I am really sorry for the people that I've harmed. Was I a doctor? I was not. Should I have been doing this for them? I should not. But I understood, and they understood. It was a game of Russian roulette in this life.
So yo, you only got 10 years. Shit.
Hell yeah. What it could have been.
Yeah, it's you know what? I was supposed to. Who is?
Nobody.
Well, Isha, can you go?
Oh, what?
Could you? I told her I had something to do with I would go, but I'm still doing it. That's why I asked you, could you go? You gonna go or what?
Do I have a choice?
Yeah, you do. But I hope that you will go because I'm not finished. I'm not close to finished.
You're not going to stick you time soon.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even close to being finished.
My mama.
All right. You tell my daughter the next time. Y'all gotta get a what's the name for y'all dog. If I ain't got time for this, because we ain't got no dog. Shit.
It's her dog.
They got 3 dogs at their house, right? They on a cruise for Christmas. But
Oh,
you asking us to do this, we don't mind, but every day, it's kind of hard because people work. Christmas here, hello. We got things to do. And I actually done forgot just that quick because I was trying to get here to get my nails did.
you gotta go to your daughter's house?
My daughter, she finna go do it.
So how far is the house from where y'all stay at?
She don't stay that far. She stay like 10 minutes away.
Okay, okay.
But that's when you know I stay way on the other side of town.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I would have thought of it and I would have went and did it, but it would have been late.
Mm-hmm. Whenever you got back.
Yeah. What she is?
Asbury Park, New Jersey, a sleepy coastal suburb where Angela Day Wright, a preacher's daughter, was born in 1977.
All right. That's the golden year.
The story is my mom and my dad, they were head over heels for each other.
77, that was a hell of a year.
Moved to New Jersey.
Really?
Hell
They
yeah.
started their own life, having children, me, my sister, and my brother, and I was the middle child. Angela, as a child, she was just an outgoing young lady.
She had such a free spirit. She was just
That
special.
was the year I was born.
Angela, she was smart. She'd always been bossy, controlling. She never was a problem child, but she was just the one with the most mouth.
My nickname Shay came from my sister. She didn't
that's
like
my name.
Angela, and she couldn't pronounce my middle name, Krishana. So she started calling me Shay, and it stuck.
Growing up in New Jersey was great. We lived a really good life. My mother was a housewife. My father was a working man. He worked for Ford Motor Company, and he later went on to become a pastor.
Faith in God was deeply embedded in our family. Every night having dinner together, we all had to say a Bible verse before we ate. We looked forward to that every night, and it was really important. I am true born daddy's girl. I can't help it, I'm just a daddy's girl.
I like them boots, girl.
I loved Angela looking up to me as a leader within the church. It was just the respect that
You like boots anyway, though, huh?
Girl, especially when they nice.
As a child watching my father preach, it was as if he was God himself. In the congregation,
He said her boots are
flashy.
amen and hallelujah.
They
raise
fur.
your hand. It made me understand what leadership looks like, what power looks like. I was so attracted to it. And I used to say, that time would be like, I want to be powerful and I want to be influential as well.
Yeah, they nice. They like
admired me
fur.
because people always
Nice fur.
expected the best out of me. But I hadn't always been perfect in life because as a husband, I was
Like that
unfaithful.
lavish stuff.
When Angela was 9 years old, that image of wholesome perfection was suddenly shattered.
There was some infidelity in the marriage. I knew that he really didn't love me anymore. I got angry. I said,
Girl.
I'm leaving. I had family in Panama City, Florida.
Now he ain't like you no more.
That was that. My parents called us upstairs. They both were crying. My father went on to say they decided to go their separate ways. Angela didn't understand. She had a hard time with it. Just like my whole world was turned upside down. They sold the house in New Jersey, and my dad gave her money to buy us another home in Panama City, Florida. When my mom, me, my sister, and brother moved to Florida, and my sister, we were in the bedroom. How we not in the big house anymore? I don't have my room
Okay,
anymore.
go
I
wash.
thought we was poor. It was almost like a piece was missing.
She said, I thought we was poor.
She said,
I thought we was poor.
After the move, Mom was busy trying to make
You didn't get no towel.
nursing assistant while Dad was miles away.
I thought we was poor.
Angela and her sister were
We had to share rooms.
lifestyle.
She didn't have her room anymore.
I'm damn sure poor.
I was interested in the gas money.
Ain't no thought.
Oh, God.
My sister was dating a dope boy, and she had all the new sneakers, everything. So then it was like my eyes were
were open to a whole entirely different world. And I wanted to follow behind my sister at this point.
In 1991, at age 14, Angela stepped outside a family event and ran into a young dude named Brad Moore. In her father's absence, this would be the new type of man Angela idolized. A dope dealer who could lavish her with gifts.
I see him pulling money out his pocket in stacks with a rubber band. So I know I'm like, he has money. You got power, like, you know, he could buy me the sneakers and get my finger waves and stuff done. One thing led to another, and it just ended up being like, this my boyfriend, now I really think I'm popping. But you couldn't tell me nothing. I was looking around like, I said, Angela, I don't think that's a good idea that you're with Brad and he's selling marijuana. That's going to lead into something bigger. But that just went over her head. I always looked at it like, it's not a big deal that I'm dating a drug dealer. I'm still doing my schoolwork, and I'm not in any trouble, so what's the big deal?
At 16, Brad even bought Angela the hood-coveted Acura Legend Coupe.
When I was in the car coming down, I speed, zoom. I was that girl. And I had door knocker earrings on, herringbone chain, name and diamond, got eye power on my chest. Baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. Because my father was missing in my life. I kind of started moving away from the values that were instilled in me as a little girl. And I started counting his money, seeing that money, it definitely was a sense of thrill. Like it sent that wave through my body like a surge.
Thanks for stopping by.
And on the streets, the church
Can you
girl
like the live
wasn't
while
one
you're
to
here,
mess with.
please? I appreciate that. Happy holidays.
I do have an attitude problem. You know, I have two personalities. There's Angela and there's Shay. Angela is the good girl, the one they put up here on the pedestal, the one that could do no wrong in nobody's eyes, including my parents' eyes. And then you have Shay, that's just like the beast.
Shay like the beast.
Shay is the beast.
And a drug dealer's girlfriend.
The beast is Shay.
Thank God that I was smart because I was always able to balance out school life and the street life. I remember saying, Angela, I thought you had a test tomorrow. Oh, Mom, I'll be fine. She would go out and party and ace the test.
When 18-year-old Angela graduated high school and enrolled in college at Florida A&M University, she was still helping Brad hustle on the side. Then, life in the fast lane hit a speed bump.
I found out I was pregnant in 1996.
Look at them bones.
Freshman year of college. It was like mixed emotions. I felt like my life is about to be doomsday. I said, you can't have a baby and not go back to school. And it was also understood like, okay, now you have another life that you're responsible for, and you can't be a bum.
On April 12, 1996, Angela gave birth to a baby boy she named Brad Jr.
It's getting hot.
Brad Sr. was in his son's life, but in and out of prison.
You're not?
Mom insisted on taking in Brad Jr. so that Angela could focus on her future and continue her education at Carnegie University.
Okay.
Once I was in school, it was so boring. I was just like, it has to be more. Oh my God. I met this girl named Fifi in college. She opened me up to the underworld I had been looking for. She knew all the hoods, and it was sparked in me all over again. This is it. This is what I've been looking for.
Look at them bows. Oh my God, they look so nice.
The only thing to be in your life, like because that's what all the deals being made.
That's how I got introduced to the strip clubs. This is where all the dope boys at. You see ball players, you see all the athletes, and I had a knack for dope boys.
Angela's new connections, Carlos and JJ, gave her a foothold in the game.
I initially first started making money by counting for a well-known group of guys, putting it together, all the denominations, hand counting and running.
Silver or gold?
For what?
Accents on your nails.
Silver.
That's $20,000 a month. So
no, because I'm wearing a lot of silver. That's why I said it. I went blue and silver one night. Silver. Yeah.
Looking for a connect, Angela knew just how to help.
Me and
Silver.
Angela both always looking out for each other. And my money is
How
kind of
about
low.
some silver
If I
hearts?
need to connect and I need a good price.
What you
And
think
it was
about that?
easy for her to just plug because she was
Silver
hanging out
hearts.
every night, you know, in the mix of
Hearts?
everybody.
Hearts.
Oh,
Okay.
child,
Silver
I
hearts.
never ever imagined finding a connect for Marcus to do his illegal activities. But it was a
You
no-brainer.
said you wearing a lot of silver?
Yeah.
She hooked me with JJ and Carlos. They were her friends. They were well connected.
Carlos
What you wearing, silver and black?
No, you know my 7-day cruise. Yeah, I'm wearing light baby blue and silver. I am wearing black and silver. What else I'm wearing? It's silver. I might wear pink. Cause that pink that I got, it's got a. Now, only thing about that, now when I wear my red, it's got gold and not silver. But, you know, cause you know I'm gonna, yeah, cause that's New Year's Day that I'm gonna wear that, cause I'm gonna wear all kind of colors. But it's still got, I think it got a little some little silver in there too. But it's got more sort of gold.
Okay.
But it's gonna be okay.
Silver is definitely a running thing.
Yeah. To brokering 50-pound weed deals. She was making $20,000 a month. That was a nice gig, but nowhere near enough. And the best way to level up was to play in the snow.
I was just like, bruh, it's another way to get some money. That was with that coke. Brokering weed deals back then, I might make $2,000 in a week, whereas I broker a cocaine deal, I could make $2,000 in one day.
The money was a lot different. You talking about 20 or 30,000 a week?
Stepping in the cocaine scene for me is like being in the candy store. I wanted to make millions and millions of dollars. I want another level of power in my mind, and I'm gonna get to that money by any means necessary. I always thought I'm not going too far with no drugs, but when you begin to dance with the devil, you do things that you said you'll never do.
Dance with the devil.
I don't want to dance with the devil.
Me either.
I'm kind of scared to
I'll
dance
stay away
with
from
him.
that.
You know? Leave him and dancing alone.
Teacher at an underprivileged school in Atlanta.
The thing that motivated me to pursue early childhood education was I was able to maintain a sense of normalcy. I felt like I needed something that's legit. At this point, my son was living with me every weekend. At the same time, I was getting into doing drug transportation.
Living with you every weekend?
Yeah, your mama got your damn child. They kills me with that. My mama was like, no baby. That's your baby. You had that baby.
So the teaching back then, a starting salary was $36,000 a year. But I could make $36,000 in 3 days doing transport runs. So I figured I would teach elementary school and still do drug runs at the same time.
Drug transport runs was a new part of the trap. Angela would make the connect and then do a transpo run with the dope money across the 3 states once the drugs were sold.
Only person that I've ever transported for is Marcus Wright. That's my cousin. I'm going to do it for him, but I'm no one's mule. If I transport anything, it's going to be for myself.
That's the difference between these groups of cliques and gangs. We were family. That's how we made it.
Things that make you successful running drugs is knowing the highway, not speeding, not smoking, not driving reckless, not falling too close to a car, because one false move can cost it all.
Unfortunately, when we had the cocaine epidemic, what you find is some of the most talented in our community turn against the most vulnerable, those who have been undereducated, who have grown up in poverty. Women in crime are often viewed as having gotten involved through a man, but she was operating at a different level than most women do.
Every week, I would make $100,000 transporting cash across state lines. I picked up the money and brought it back to Atlanta, all while teaching 3rd grade. No one suspected that I had a double life. If you see me at school, you would have thought, oh, that's Miss Wright, she's so nice. And if you see me in the streets, oh, that's Shay. Like, Shay don't play, she get to it, she get to it bad.
Angela dressed way different from every other teacher.
that my mom was the richest teacher in the world.
I get up, I go to school, do my lesson, and
The
then
richest
after school,
teacher.
throw on a sweatsuit, grab a duffel bag with clothes so I can have a story if I got pulled over. He said I'm going to my Aunt Roll house to visit her. Then I go to Dothan, that's a 3-hour drive. Get down there, 30 minutes, be in and be out. And then I go drive an hour and 15 minutes more to Panama City, Florida, and then come back up, and that would be like a 4.5-hour drive. Some nights I wouldn't get back home till 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Take a shower and be right back to the school. I was a teacher by day and a criminal by night.
Angela was providing for Brad while he split time with her and Grandma. A good setup for her double life.
I lived with my grandma on the weekdays. I go to see my mom on the weekends, and my mom was young. I just thought that she always wanted to be out, so it would be easier on her for my mom to be able to live her life and be a mother.
Angela was partying a lot with her friends, and so we just
Yeah,
thought
they
it
let
would
my
be a
mother
good
out the
idea
hospital,
to
yeah.
keep Brad at home with us. I knew she was dating drug dealers, but she never said nothing to me about transporting drugs. I just assumed that these guys were spoiling her.
While Shay in the streets was making $300K a month in the game, Classroom Angela was dedicated to her $700 a week job teaching students.
She loved the kids, especially the kids that really didn't have a whole lot.
Angela was my third grade teacher. She knew I was staying with my mom, living in a shelter, and my mom was a crack addict. She was big on drugs.
I definitely see how communities, families, generations are all torn down, torn apart because of the poison that we put in the streets. And that really should have made me stop doing what I was doing. It does tug at your heart, but it's like your money tugs a little bit more.
It's them bills.
From 2002 to 2004, Angela had stacked $2 million transporting cocaine across state lines. But as she would learn one night, all the rewards from those road trips came with serious risk.
Coming back from Dothan, Alabama, I was on my way to Atlanta, and I'm riding, music on, blasting. The next thing I know, I see the lights flashing behind me. In that moment, it's like, oh man, what am I going to do? I had $300,000 of drug money in the car.
Most non-criminals aren't carrying $300,000 cash in their vehicle. That's going to raise a red flag.
I didn't want to look like anything frazzled or anything like that, so I pulled over. And I was like, hey, officer, how are you today? He's like, do you know why I'm pulling you over? And I'm like, no, sir, I don't know why you're pulling me over. He said, man, you were doing a 65 and a 55. He just told me to slow down. The angels must have been with me.
You think she slowed down?
The night back to Atlanta and shook off the close call with the police to teach her class after getting a hard lesson in trapping.
I was on the top of my game at school, and then I was at the top of my game getting money in the streets. I had been teaching for a couple years, but the principal of the school was nosy. I felt like she kind of felt like something was going on. One day, this one little boy, he used the bathroom himself, and he don't have a change of clothes. I didn't want to leave him in there, soiled clothes, so I walked him up to the office, and she like, oh, well, what do you do? Why do you have jeans on? And before I knew it, like, we were kind of going back and forth. Like, I'm probably going to hit this lady, and if I hit this lady, it's really over. And I told myself, Shay, walk away. I don't got to take this lady. I don't got to be here anyway. And that was the day that I just walked away.
The moment Angela quit teaching, the stage was set for her next act. She wanted to be at the top of the dope game pool.
Kind of stuck like that.
Eat you alive if you let it, and that's what happened.
Angela got
actor, wanted to be her own boss. She wanted to be a trap queen.
Ever since I was a kid, I knew I wanted that power. I knew I wanted that strength. I knew I wanted that influence. I wanted to be that girl. And where there's a will, there's a shame.
If Angela wanted to be queen, she knew she had to connect with the biggest drug suppliers in Atlanta. BMF, also known as the Black Mafia family.
Don't worry if I have enough dough. The club scene was the office. So everybody had something going. So if you saw somebody throwing $10,000, $15,000 a night, you already knew what they had going on. And so Shay would be the one to go over there. Hey, what's up? What y'all got? Ooh. So she would play it.
I met somebody who had well-known ties to BMF, and I knew like this was the puzzle that could just like take me out of the stratosphere.
If you have somebody that's in BMF, you're gonna trust their drugs better than you would somebody on Bankhead. No one questions Angela at all due to her affiliations.
Miss White was dead. She was long gone. And the queen pin that everybody knows is Shay, she was just getting started.
Now that she had that plug to BMF, an organization that got their weight.
The queen pin that everybody knows Shay.
Shay got to work building.
You want this one to go in?
Yeah.
Anything that was flowing through at that time, it was coming through BMF directly or indirectly. It helped take me to the next level because they had the best prices in the city, which means more profit.
With the new connect, Angela was now the one buying coke and bulk and moving it to Marcus and Zeke in Alabama and Florida.
Angela had the transportation on lock.
We always picked up our drugs from Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia was kind of the hub. We had this house, with the two-car garage.
In each city, there was one house. Some people would call it a safe house, just where you keep dope at. I take orders from the regions where I had riots, and then place my weekly kilo order with Mr. X. After that, I coordinate with my drivers to deliver the kilos to a designated location and dump the car.
If she's a person that's careful and not around the drugs herself, she's just around the money, Angela will probably be the hardest to catch.
The number one rule is you have to have people that you really trust, like wholeheartedly trust. And that's hard to do because it's like a dog-eat-doggy world. But I had Marcus, I had Zeke, people that I grew up with, who was mostly like family.
All we had to do was get the drugs from Atlanta to those locations.
And once it arrived, I would always call Angela, let her know that I had made it safe.
We never had to do corner hustling. Drugs was bought from us, it was either the whole key or nothing.
I would distribute it to all our drug dealers. Then they started bringing it their own way.
And they distributed it to the street.
Whoever they sold drugs to is who they sold drugs to. I don't want to see those people, I'm not meeting those people. I was always the person who picked up the money. Then whoever received the drugs, it's their job to have their money ready at the end of the week.
She wanted to be precise on time, and she wanted to be right because it was her name.
Being a boss in a male-dominated game does give a sense of nervousness. I carried a loaded gun, but I never had to use it.
It'll stay down when it'll stay down. It ain't gonna stay down right now, because they don't got enough more time.
Angela was facilitating the sale of 60 kilos a week. Dope that she bought wholesale from her BMF suppliers to distribute retail to her trap cities in Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. At a $6,500 markup, that was a $400K profit per week. The former team was on fire and living her best life.
We always knew we were going shopping with Angela.
I had a brand new home. I had a Rolex. I had the Shakar with the floating diamond.
She had a closet full of mink coats.
I had a fur coat for every day of the week. Shopping was just like grocery shopping. I might get up that morning, hop in the plane, go to New York.
Would you do that, Flash? A fur coat for every day of the week?
Yeah, but I had the money for it.
On a typical night, being
You flashy like that, like that.
Easy. It does give me like a sense of, I'm that girl. It gave
Like
me
that,
the
like
same
that.
feeling that I seen when my
Flashy
father
like
used to
that.
be up in that pulpit. People gravitated towards him. Now I got the juice.
But when you hustling,
Not the
people
juice.
knowing you got the juice cuts both ways.
The DEA will go to the strip clubs and check the parking lots for exotic automobiles.
If you're able to spend thousands of dollars per week
going consistently to club to club to club, it'll definitely put you on my radar. How are you able to afford this? If I look into her income, it's probably going to lead me to the drug game.
By the fall of 2005, Angela had made over $7 million moving weight. When an ex-teacher stacks bands at that level, it was bound to raise some eyebrows.
I tried to keep my family in the dark. My mother knew that I dated drug dealers. So she just figured my boyfriend was giving me all this stuff. My sister, she knew I was doing stuff, but I knew my father would be mortified if he found out that I was selling drugs.
Yeah, mama was a treat me wrong. Come and love you, daddy, all night long, all night.
I came to visit her in Atlanta and just seeing the lifestyle that Angela was living. Brand new house, marble countertop.
See the girl with the diamond ring.
I started to get suspicious. You know, Ray Charles is blind, but he can see this.
It kind of pricked my heart, but I kind of like brushed it off.
The former grade school teacher rewrote her lesson plan when she learned her boy, Casey, had a one-of-a-kind trap, cloning cars.
A locksmith couldn't make a key to a Benz or a Bentley. Those keys could only be obtained from the dealership. So I'll go and see a car sitting on the lot that I want. I'll write down the VIN number. I'll make a fake-ass registration certificate and go to the parts department.
Well, them criminals be so smart.
Casey would get a tailor-made suit and go in there, articulate well.
Excuse me, ma'am. I lost the key to my car. How can I get another one? Oh, it's $225, sir. They make the key, blink, blink, hop in, pull off. Shit was easy. I might get 5 Benzes for less than $1,000.
And I'm like, I gotta get it. This is a no-brainer. This is easy money. I'm diversifying the portfolio, as you could say. Once I started doing the cars with KC, it was just more money, more greed, more power.
She made me level up. Yo, I need 2 Range Rovers. I need a 750. I need an S500. I need it to be black on black. Like, hold the fuck up. I'm working for you now.
In just 6 months, Angela and KC sold over 100 stolen cars, cashing in $1 million on top of the millions already stacked in dope. She take an order, buy the cars from KC in cash, and then flip them for profit. But hot cars bring another kind of heat.
I was very upset with Angela because chop cars ain't what we do. We sell drugs. Logically, it don't make no sense. But she became my own boss, and I could tell her that.
Someone in Angela's position will take an unnecessary risk, let greed get in the way of common sense.
This guy I was dating needed another Corvette because he had crashed the first one.
He came and bought the car, and I told Angela, I said, look, don't park the cars at your house. Never take them to your house. Don't nobody tell Angela what to do. So she took this shit to her house. Whoever owned the car had put like an aftermarket tracker in the car. The fucking tracker brought the police to her house.
I was in a Louboutin store shopping, and I get a phone call. Police is in my house, and I'm like, what? At this point, in the drug game, I'm on a level of a queen pin. If they see the Corvette, they might want to start creeping around for other things. Doing the car hustle, it could cost me my whole empire.
In 2005, Angela Wright had caught a case for car theft, but it could have been worse. At the time, she had $180K in dope cash stashed in her house. Luckily, the cops were only after the whip.
Your phone going on? Is my phone going on?
And I explained to him what was
Your
going
phone
on.
vibrating.
It
probably is. Okay.
was like having gold. He'll work magic.
Because everything comes through the
When there's
text
evidence
messages,
to arrest
emails, all
Angela, say,
that.
for the possession of stolen Corvette, there wasn't necessarily enough evidence to convict her.
Ultimately, Daniel got the case thrown out. They ain't got nothing. After the first close call with the authorities, I still continued to go on doing the car hustle because I felt like whenever I got in, Daniel would be able to get me out of it. Daniel can't just add it to my level of feeling invincible.
Shay expanded operations to South Carolina and down the Florida Panhandle, roping in more longtime friends to deal her dope.
At this point, I met Sam, and my play brother asked me to bring him into the operation.
Angela kept her circle very tight. It was family and close friends. She always felt that they would stick by her.
Being over those 4 states and operating at the level that I was connected to so many different people. There was a network down in Panama City, Florida, and then you go up north a little bit, you had Aaron Corn, and then if you go on up to South Carolina, you had Sam, and Sam had his network of people. So those 4 cells worked together but independently.
We probably made about 250 to 300,000 a week, but we're making about $3 million a month, easy.
We had 3 cars with stash boxes. Some of the stash boxes in the car were either like a secret compartment under the trunk or in the dashboard.
If the police pulled you over and searched the car, they never would find the drugs.
It's extremely hard to find where the drugs are.
Drug dealers get very creative, using secret compartments.
These people are getting smarter.
All cash business. Ain't no shortage of money, ain't no shortage of dope.
A person of Angela's caliber, 99 times out of 100, you're gonna get away.
Definitely felt like nobody could touch me.
But scaling up at such a massive level was bound to put her game under the microscope.
My priority as a drug enforcement agent was to investigate and dismantle drug trafficking organizations. In Angela Wright's case, we started with making small purchases from street-level dealers. Those street-level dealers gave up a source of supply who were bigger dealers. Then you're going to use surveillance.
That same year, Angela got a wake-up call.
I was 28 when I went to Mexico on vacation. The day that I returned from Cancun, got through customs, and that phone was going zip, 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 zip. You automatically know it's not just calls that back to back to back to back missed call from the same person. Come to find out,